here on this happy occasion. Thank you very much for asking me to be here in this special occasion. And I must thank still, one was my guru, that was S.K.G, and one is still my guru, that is Gopi. So it's a very happy, perhaps an occasion for me to be here for the institution of the trust, as well as recollect some of my reminiscences with the great S.K.G. S.K.G, as I know, I knew him from 1952 onwards when I was in Vivekananda College. He was residing next to my house, next to my street, December Road. And occasionally he used to pass by my side and pass by my house. And then he used to call my father, Vishwanath Iyer was his father's name. Vishwam, where is Vivi? And I said, my father used to say, Ulla, sir, have some coffee. And we used to come and enjoy a cup of coffee. And then, you see, after all, I was a sibling of a lad, and he used to talk to me sometimes and then go. This friendship developed, and more or less, it paved way for quite a few happy occasions and happy moments. For once, S.K.G never believed in sensationalism. His reporting was such that even a man without any knowledge of cricket would be able to understand what was happening on the field. Because everybody used to refer in the Hindu S.K.G column, nothing else. That was the type of writer he used to give it for the public. And another thing that was great about him was all the salient features he brought about, the particular individual had, besides the technical point, a very, very subtle humor. These were the essentials of Mr. Gurunathan. And then I still remember some of his very rather probably anecdotes. One was, I asked him about one day in my house, sir, when he was of course in broken Tamil, sir, remote Murali Soldingla, Sport Master was very keen. In those days, Sport Master was there was nothing else available at the time. And we won't buy even textbooks, but we'll go only for Sport Master. We never used to go for textbooks in those days. Then I saw what was Grimet. So it struck me very odd that he must have been a great bowler. You see, the type of description that we have these days about any type of activity, whether it is bowling or batting or fielding, whatever it is something stinging. Right? The scribes act as coaches. He wrote about Clarry Grimet, the slithery serpent hissed once again. Walter Hammond never knew what stung him as the ball safely landed in Bill Ponsford's hands. You see the humor, you see the viciousness of Grimet's bowling, and then you can also see the bemused Walter Hammond walking back to the pavilion. Such was his exemplary reporting about the incident. Another incident I could very easily recall. Lindwall was bowling in Corporate Stadium way back, and I was asking, sir, beautiful it was quietly in motion. See how beautifully explained. Now what we are facing in our midst regarding any type of game, you see, athletics or football or hockey, whatever game you take up. You see, mostly they say, as Harbhajan comes with his left foot facing cover point and his right arm flinging sideways and the thumb facing short mid wicket, what would you understand by this? Can any layman understand what is happening? No, this is not absolutely required for, because what the layman or what the connoisseur requires is how the game went on, how you are able to attract him to read whatever he knows. He is not worried about the technicalities and also about the modalities of biomechanics. This is how he was great. He was reporting what has actually happened on the field and how it happened. That was all he meant. Another great thing somebody was mentioning, he was working with Hindu. And as far as I am concerned, Hindu is the only, perhaps, a journal, newspaper which promoted sports in those days. It is not my duty to say, not just like that, no, this fellow is good, it's not like that. They used to analyze, they used to bisect performances of individuals and try to promote him so that he gains confidence and also some sort of status. Now what is happening in the present set of right scribes? You decline him completely or you promote him head high or sky high. But that is not going to help you in any way, and it's not good at all. So if at all you see the reportings that have been happening in Hindu, you see gradually the graph will certainly go up, trying to promote the game as well as the individual to a certain extent. If at all I say that I have come up to this level, in those days few journals were there, few reportings were there about the matches that was played. Right now if you see the first division league matches being reported, you will see he bowled, he got 4 wickets, he batted, he 70. That is already there in the score. So why do you want to say that again? Yes, no need. You see how he got his 100, how he got his 5 wickets. What was the great thing about running through the side? How did he get 8 wickets? What was the weapon that he used? These are all things which goes a long way in establishing the reader's attention in this newspaper. So if at all that I have come up to this stage and even further, even Murli was good enough to rather tell Mr. A.C. Muthaya that V.V.Kumar is retired in 1998 and he will be a good addition to Spin Foundation. I owe a great to Murli because he is the gentleman who recommended. Leave alone other things, I owe a great to Hindu, people like Jagu, Mohan, P.N. Sundaresan. How many do you want? Chari. Versatility. The versatility of this newspaper is well modeled after great people like these persons who are sitting before you and who are already there and who didn't find opportunity to come here and talk on this occasion. And now coming back to the reminiscence of Gurunathan, I was playing a match in Salem 1956 and Gopi was the captain. During lunchtime I got 5 wickets. So look at the humility. S.K.G. said, "V.V. come here. Come to their dressing room." Sir, why there? He took me there. What about Ghulam Amar? And he said, "Ghulam, this is so and so. You will hear a lot about him later." So look at this way in which he rather more or less projected you. Despite Ghulam being the greatest offspring in those days, look at the way in which he promoted even a small youngster like me to something, to see and shake hands with a person like Ghulam. That is the greatness about Gurunathan. And if this function is to be held only on this particular day, I would only request the trustees to have it every year so that, not for us, but for posterity. You may not know who's S.K.G. or who's so-and-so, who's XYZ, but such people should always be remembered, not only for their contribution, but also the way in which they presented the game and its environment. And now coming finally to chief guest, once I said S.K.G. was my guru, and I still say Gopi is my guru because Gopi is a gentleman who brought into focus my versatility by his captaincy. If Gopi was not there, I would have never become such a bowler in my lifetime. And luckily for me, he has captained most of the sides against international sides against whom I played. West Indies he captained, New Zealand he captained, Pakistan he captained, almost all the sides. I don't need to tell him Gopi, he said, "V.V. go." One match I particularly remember, the Pakistan side, I was this West Indies side. Gopi was the captain. I was bowling to Gary overs and also on the let's say Gopi enna Gopi. ஒண்ணுமே கவலைப்படாதீங்க, நீ என்ன பண்ணியோ பாகிஸ்தான் அதே பண்ண விக்கெட் கொடுக்கும், மற்றதெல்லாம் நான் பார்த்துக்கிறேன். He set the field, he got me about 4 wickets. It is not because of my bowling, it is because of his captaincy. That was the greatness of Gopi because I still feel that he was one of the greatest captains, right, India has ever produced. Unfortunately, due to so many other things, it could not have a logical completion. He was a person who knew how to take a batsman out, setting up a batsman, create openings and make trustworthy, and he will make you take wickets. That was the greatness of Gopi, and very appropriate that I am with him today to share my very fond memories. People will know who is S.K.